Hey guys, it's me, Pinky C. I'm back and in business. Today I wanted to do just a kind of like a fun video to talk about the things I missed about the 90s, man. I was watching Tarnished Beauty. I've told you guys about her before. She's a real cool chick. She's trying her own YouTube channel. Go check her out, definitely. And she did a small video on what she misses about the 90s, and it got me thinking. Now, she said she missed, I believe, Tarnished Beauty, I'm sorry if I get this wrong, girl. But I believe she said she missed R&B music. I'm kind of like the other side of the fence. I really miss the alternative music. Now, back in the day, all my cousins were on skateboards. Skater boys were the thing back then. But the way they dressed was really long hair, like in a ponytail, with cut-up jeans, boots, a white what they call a wife beater tank top, and a flannel shirt tied around their waist. And we all listened to things like Alanis Morissette and the Cranberries and Pearl Jam and Collective Soul and Pantera and God, the 90s were so amazing. And I've gotten to where I'm feeling like old, man. How did this happen? I'm not. I'm a youngin'. But there are kids out there, I watched this video, and they gave these children a cassette player, which is a tape player with a tape still in its holder, its plastic holder. And the kids are trying to force the plastic holder and all into the tape set. Like, this is so hard. How did you listen to music back then? And it's blowing my mind. What has happened? Anyway, let me tell you what it was like to be a kid in the 90s. It was the bomb, I'm telling you. First of all, our economy was still pretty good. Gas was like $1.03. If it got to $1.50, people were freaking the fuck out. It was just so much better. The music was banging. The R&B was fucking awesome. I mean, it was just the best time in the world. And I would get my little CD player and put it in my backpack. I'd have my headphones on and I'd go for a walk. And I would walk for hours and hours and hours, jamming out to Collective Soul and the Cranberries, like I said before. And if you walked just a little bit wrong, your CD would skip. And you'd have to stop and let the CD catch up with itself before you could continue to listen to it. And if you had a cassette player, you'd have to let it play, stop, and let it rewind all the way back before you could listen to the side again, or you'd have to flip it and listen to the other side. And it just amazes me that we don't have that technology anymore. Now you just push a button on your touch screen and download it from the internet and you stream it. So I miss the 90s. I miss the way we dressed. I miss the way we think. We thought about life. We all wanted to fight. And I don't mean like, oh, I want to beat you up fight. I mean, at that time, we were all so concentrated on fighting for human rights. There are so many things that you, from the millennials and the younger generation, have that we did not have. Back when I was a kid, gay rights were not a thing. We weren't allowed to marry same sex. We weren't allowed to love who we love. And this is not in the 90s. This is way back. But look up Stonewall. Okay? Look up what the LGBTQ community has had to go through and what we went through in the 90s. Because the 90s changed this world forever. All the technology we have, all the rights we have today were fought for during the late 80s and the 90s. And I don't want that to be let go of. I don't want that world to be forgotten. Because it's such an integral part of everything we are today. So you guys tell me, if you're a 90s kid like I was, tell me what you missed. Tell me, what did I forget to mention? Because I know there's a million other awesome things from back then that I'm not thinking about. One of the things we had here that we no longer have was heavy metal radio. We had several stations, and I hope I'm not going to get in trouble by mentioning their names, but we had 99X, to begin with, and then they got ran off, and then we had Project 96.1, and they played Korn and Slipknot and Disturbed, Pantera, just the best music ever. And then Ryan Seacrest came along and took them over in what's called a hostile takeover, knocked them out, put a pop station there, and we haven't had heavy metal music in my area since. So yeah, the 90s were amazing and I miss them. So do me a favor, if you're not from the 90s and you have questions about it, leave me a comment down below or email me at pinkycthementalkid@gmail.com. If you're from the 90s and you remember something I don't, remind me and I will mention it in my next video and give you a shout out. So again, thank you to Tarnished Beauty for this idea, because this is really something that I feel strongly about, and she's the one who thought it up first. So you go, girl, and thanks for emailing me and giving me permission to steal your idea. But anyway, you guys, that is it for this video. I'm going to try to put up another one here in a few minutes, hopefully, if I can make it, because it's been a crazy day, as always. But anyway, I'm Pinky C, the Mental Kid. If you're new, welcome. Please subscribe with notifications on so you know when my next video is coming up. Leave me comments down below, leave me a big like, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!